Using flavoring is not as simple as you think. Achieving the right flavor profile and intensity involve much more attention to details and science-based decisions. In this video, we will explore why using flavoring isn't as straightforward as it seems and how you can guarantee the success of your product with the right flavorings. Before ordering or using flavorings in any recipe, food or beverage, think about the ingredients and their quantities and the impact they will have on the flavor's profile and intensity. Each flavoring contains dozens to hundreds of aroma compounds, and each of them has its own physical and chemical properties. For example, some are small or large, some are hydrophilic or hydrophobic. And these properties have a huge impact on the affinity each aroma compound has with the products, including water, alcohol, fat, protein, and carbohydrates. In a food or beverage product, lipophilic aroma compounds tend to gather with fat molecules, and hydrophilic molecules tend to go towards water molecules. But in some cases, the bond between the aroma compound and the ingredient is so strong that the aroma compound never reaches our olfactory receptors at the back of our nose. It's just trapped in the base. Try this simple exercise to help you understand how much the ingredients affect our flavor perceptions. Take any water-soluble flavoring you have, such as vanilla extract, coffee extract, or cucumber essence. What you have to do is to add the same amount of the flavoring into 100 meters of water and 100 meters of milk. Any milk that you have isn't plant-based. Now, smell and taste the difference between the two. Pay attention to the variation in intensity and flavor profile and identify which flavor notes are present in one but not the other. You can also do the same by comparing 100 milliliters of water and 100 meters of water with 1% sugar, or comparing 100 meters of water and 100 meters of water with 10% of plant protein powder. Let me know in the comment what you think. Although fat, sugar, and salt are technically flavor enhancers, using too little or too much of them will reduce the flavor intensity and change the overall flavor profile. Finding the right balance in your recipe is also important in general, but especially for reformulation. For example, the non-HFSS legislation. The classic flavors like chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry may not always go really well with your product, especially if you had ingredients like vitamins, minerals, vegan protein, or ashwagandha. This ingredient can add not only bitterness and astringency, but also unpleasant flavors. That's why you need to understand your product flavor profile first to be able to select the right flavors. Use tools like flavor profiling and flavor pairing to help you narrow down the list of suitable flavors for your product, and it can also boost your creativity. They are also very great because you can improve your conversation internally or with your partner when it's time to select and request flavors. Let's take biscuits for example. They have mainly cooked, fat, brown, and wheaty notes. So if you want to pair them with a fresh, green, and juicy strawberry, it's probably not going to work very well. Instead, try a jammy strawberry, which will work probably better. In the same way, in an acidic beverage, adding a brown flavor like honey or caramel is not ideal. But try a fresh and juicy, zesty lemon, which is more likely to work. Another important point, which is often overlooked, is to think about consumer perception. For example, you're working on an apple pie recipe and you want to boost the fruitiness of the filling using a flavoring. Which flavor profile would you choose? A cooked apple, a fresh green and floral apple, a toffee apple, or confectionery apple? The main flavor notes in an apple pie fillings are cooked, brown, like brown sugar, and stewed apple note, and maybe some warm spices like cinnamon or nutmeg. This is what the consumers are expecting to have in your product. So if you had a toffee apple flavoring or confectionery flavoring, the brain will struggle to understand why these notes are there. As a survival mechanism, the brain always compares new information with past ones and is constantly checking if what we consume is safe. So it will ask itself, is this apple pie similar to the ones I had in the past, which were safe? And that's why we struggle so much with new ingredients and new cuisines. So now I hope you understand why flavor perception is so important. And one of the best methods is to make consumers taste different apple pies, for example, and understand what are their memories about apple pies and what are their expectations. It's really important to know everything about your product. To be sure you know everything, map out every factor such as potential ingredient interaction, process degradation, packaging, storage, distribution, everything that can positively or negatively impact the flavor profile and intensity of your product. From there, evaluate the cost and test implications of each choice. That will allow you to make informed and science-based decisions. For example, low pH affect very badly the stability of beverages. It speeds up degradation processes, modify flavors, and reduce shelf life. And citrus flavorings are very sensitive to it as they are pH dependent. The same for heat treatment. From pasteurization to UST processing, they can decrease massively the flavor intensity in a final product due to their high volatility. The successful use of flavorings involve considering important factors such as ingredient influences, flavor profile, consumer perception, and product stability. But now you have the key to unlock great flavors in your product. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you enjoyed that video and want to learn more about food science and flavors, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye!